In this video, I'm going to share with you my SEO checklist for 2020. Using this checklist is exactly how I generate over 50,000 free visitors to all of my blogs and websites every single month. If you need traffic for your blog, for your website, for your e-com store, to your affiliate links, to build your email list, then this SEO checklist is definitely going to help you. I'm going to break it down for you step by step, exactly how I personally do it myself. What's happening, everybody? My name is Greg Kononenko. I run this YouTube channel, Caffeinated Blogger, and on this YouTube channel, I help you build profitable, passive, simple niche websites, get traffic to your site, and make money with affiliate marketing and more using free traffic and using your websites. So subscribe to my YouTube channel just below this video if you're interested in regular videos from me helping you build a passive income online. So before we jump into the details, I wanted to walk you through exactly what SEO can actually do. You might be new to the game, or you might be wondering what kind of results can SEO actually generate for you. And SEO, of course, stands for search engine optimization. And here is a result from just one of my websites. As you can see, I started this website just in May 2019. I'm running it jointly with my wife. She's actually doing most of the work on it. But essentially, as you can see, the traffic grew from the 1st of May 2019 till today. So we're now at the end of November 2019. The traffic grew a lot. It started at 0 visitors every single day. And then slowly, as you can see, as time goes on, we're getting more and more traffic. And now on several days in the past month, we've had as many as 600-700 visitors every single day that come in for free onto this blog. Now, this blog is actually in a super competitive niche. It's in a health and fitness niche. And everybody, of course, says that you can't get traffic in this niche. It's too competitive. But as you can see, here is living proof that it is absolutely possible for a normal person, just a one-man band like us, normal family, we're not a corporate entity, to start a blog and start getting a lot of free targeted traffic. Some of this traffic, of course, does come from social media. So in total, we've had 43,966 users who've come to our website. On this slide, I have broken it up into search engine only traffic. So as you can see, 25,756 visitors came from Google for free. The rest, came from people sharing our content, etc. on social media. But 60% in total, or 25,000 users so far, have come in from Google. Now, the good thing is, it doesn't sound like a big number, right, for this niche, but don't forget, this is an ultra competitive niche. And also, right now, in the last month or so, our traffic grew and we're getting 400 to 600 visitors every single day from Google. And this is only going to grow. I know virtually 100% that by January 2020, we're going to be getting over 1,000 visitors every single day to our website. So it's very exciting, and it's absolutely worth your time doing SEO, doing search engine optimization correctly, so that you can start seeing results that are hopefully similar to what I've shown you here. So let's jump into the detail and let's actually talk about this checklist. So I've broken up the checklist into 3 parts. Part 1 will be keyword research and content planning. Part 2 will be content creation, and part 3 will be the promotion of that content. All right, and I'm going to walk you through on screen, give you examples of every single part of the checklist and every single part of the process. So first of all, let's talk about the first part of the checklist, which is keyword research and content planning. Here on the screen, you can see all of the steps that I personally follow with every post that I publish that cover keyword research and content planning for that post. So 3 steps essentially. First, we're going to reverse engineer other people's websites. I find that it's the best way to find excellent keywords because other people have already done keyword research for us. So we can just use their sort of efforts and parts of Google magic to come up with excellent keywords that way. Secondly, we want to find low competition phrases out of a whole bunch of phrases that we've generated. We're going to find low competition phrases, and I'm going to show you step by step how all of that works. Next, we're going to assess competition for that keyword phrase on page 1 of Google. Okay, sometimes the keyword looks like it's low competition, but there are certain things that you need to be aware of that I'm going to show you that might prevent you from being able to actually rank on page 1. So I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how all of that works. First of all, let's talk about reverse engineering. So you can use 2 different keyword tools for that, Ahrefs or Ubersuggest. Ahrefs is a paid keyword tool. Ubersuggest is a free keyword tool. Ubersuggest is fine if you're on a tight budget, but if you do have a little budget, then I do recommend Ahrefs. It's just more accurate and it'll save you time overall. But you know, a lot of people are on a tight budget and Ahrefs is not a very cheap tool. I'm not an affiliate for it, by the way. I'm not promoting it. It's just a great tool that I use myself. But Ubersuggest is completely fine if you're just starting out. So how do you actually reverse engineer? Let's say, as an example, you have a website or a blog in home design or kind of like kitchen design, interior design niche, and you want to get traffic to your website. So what you would do as the very first step is to find some other websites in your niche that are already popular and that are already getting traffic from Google. So to do that, let's type in a search phrase that is relevant to your website that kind of captures your target audience. So it could be something like modern kitchen designs. Let's just go with modern kitchen designs and see what comes up on page 1. Now, of course, if you are in, let's say, a diet niche, you might type in something like how to lose weight fast, or if you're in a niche that deals with perhaps baby products, you might type in something like best strollers for babies, or best strollers 2019. Just any seed phrase so that you can pull up a list of websites that are already getting traffic. Now what I've got here is 10 results. So these are websites that are already ranking for a keyword term and probably rank for hundreds and perhaps thousands of other keyword terms. And we're going to take each of these websites, one at first, and we're going to analyze the results. We're going to see exactly what this website already ranks for, just to build a database of the different keywords that we might want to go after. So you can start with house.com.au, you can start with architecturaldigest.com, but I've taken ldecor as the example, so ldecor.com, and then I've gone into Ahrefs and I've typed in ldecor.com into Site Explorer feature in Ahrefs. I'm going to show you how to use Ubersuggest in just a moment as well. Now, what this gives us is it gives us all of the keywords that ldecor is ranking for. You might initially land on a page of results like this, which effectively will tell you how many backlinks it has, how many organic keywords ldecor is ranking for. So it's 1.3 million different organic keywords, and they're getting roughly 1.8 million visitors a month to their website. So wow, I mean, this is amazing. But the good thing for us is that they've already done sort of research for 1.3 million different organic keywords that are probably in our niche. So if you click on this 1.3 million keywords, you will see all of the keywords that they're ranking for. And of course, you can actually apply filters. So here are 711 different keywords on US Google. We are going to apply keyword difficulty. We want maximum keyword difficulty of, let's say, 8. As a new site, if your site is a new site, you should actually go for probably 5 and less. But let's just go with 8 to see what we are going to get. Okay, now all of these keywords here, they are an excellent choice for a website that is in a home decor niche. So you can see kitchen wallpaper, best coffee table books, stocking holders, they're all very, very relevant to what we're looking for. And some of them, I mean, look at that hanging chair, 21,000 searches, keyword difficulty of only 4. This is literally a gold mine. There are 370,000 low competition phrases that have already been pre-done for you. You don't need to do tedious keyword research. So this is how you reverse engineer keywords using Ahrefs. Now I'm going to show you how to do that using Ubersuggest. Ubersuggest is a free tool, so there are a few limitations. The database is just not as big, but it's still excellent for you to use as a free tool. So let's just type in ldecor.com in here and click search, and that will give us a page with once again, similar information. We can see all of the different keywords that this website is ranking for. You can see it's ranking for 1.1 organic keywords according to the Ubersuggest database. So let's click on that and it will give us the actual keywords here. And they have this score called the SD score. So SD is SEO difficulty. And generally, anything that appears green will be a good SD for you to go for. If you want to see more results, they're inviting you to actually sign in with Google, which is free to do. And now I've signed in, you can actually see that it allows me to see more keywords, and some of them are coming up in green. So the green keywords would be good keywords in the eyes of Ubersuggest for you to go after. So they would be similar to the keywords that were pulled up with Ahrefs, which have a low keyword difficulty. So what you've got now is a huge list of keywords, either in Ubersuggest or in Ahrefs for you to work with, which forms the basis of the first step, which is to reverse engineer and to actually build up this keyword research database, this database of keywords. So what we now need to do is to find low competition phrases out of that and assess competition on page 1 of Google. And as we are assessing the competition on page 1 of Google, there are a few things that I generally look for. So what we want is we want at least one competitor website on page 1 that has a weak domain. Now the thinking there, the logic is that if another domain that is new and made a piece of content about this particular keyword, and if they manage to rank on page 1, then it means that it should be possible for us to rank on page 1 as well, right? We also want at least 2 articles that are less than 1,000 words on page 1. The reason for that is Google prefers long form content. If you cover a topic in depth, even if your website is quite new, but you've published a great article with 2,000 words on a topic, you can often outrank other websites that are very big corporate websites that only wrote 300 words on that same topic. So at least 2 articles I like to see that are under 1,000 words. Also, I like to see at least 1 social media result, such as a Pinterest result, Quora result, or another kind of like socially generated result. The reason for that is that it's not a piece of content that's actually focused on a topic. Often a Quora or a Pinterest result will be very small amount of text in that result. And that means that if we write an in-depth, high-quality piece of content, once again, we can actually outrank and get onto that page 1, bumping down one of those other competing results. So let's put that into practice. Going with the example of ldecor.com, I'm going to analyze this minimalist dining room. Okay, so it's got a decent volume, 450. It says the keyword difficulty is 3, so it should be very possible for me to rank for it. And ldecor is ranking in position number 1 for this right now, so they should be getting a decent amount of traffic with this keyword. Now, Ahrefs actually makes it very easy to analyze information for you. And if I go into SERP results, SERP stands for Search Information Result Pages, I can see some critical information for the top 10 results. So we can see ldecor is here. And in particular, I want to draw your attention to these things here. So AR, which is Ahrefs rank. Now, the way that this works is the lower the number, the stronger the website. So what they've done is they've taken all of the websites in their database and they said, all right, the best one is number 1 and the worst one is number 70 million or something like that. And they've ranked all of the websites in their database. So from number 1 to the very last one. And immediately what I can see here is that the top few positions are occupied by fairly strong websites. So 6.7K is a strong website. They're kind of towards the top of the index. Okay, there is a website number 9, but good news is that it's Pinterest. It means that it's a social media result. You know, it should be easy to bump this one down. And we also have one or a couple that are ranked 53,000. So they are reasonably strong. But there is, look at this one, number 10 on page 1 is result with number 15 million. 15 million is actually a fairly low competition domain. So it means they don't have a high amount of authority, and this is excellent. This is exactly what we want to see. What I mentioned here at the bottom, at least one competitor has a weak domain. This is exactly what I meant. This is a weak domain. They're ranked at number 15 million. Now, the other things to look at are DR and UR. So domain rank is the one that I kind of want to pay more attention to. So domain rank is it's a number from 1 to 100. The higher this number, the stronger the domain is. As you can see, this domain is DR11. DR11 means that it doesn't have a whole lot of backlinks. UR is the ranking of this particular page on the domain, okay? But I usually, just for simplicity purposes, I focus on DR mostly. Now, the other things that you will see here are backlinks and domains. So essentially, this particular URL, this exact URL of saltcreekfurniture.com has no links to it. And it also has no domains linking to it. So the difference there is that, there could be 411 backlinks from 49 domains. So some domains might have 10 or 20 links from that one domain pointing to this one URL. However, what this tells us is that this website, Salt Creek Home Furniture, has managed to rank with a weak domain with no backlinks. All right, and that's really good news for us. We can also see that there is a Pinterest.com article on here, or a pin, or a search result. So this is all really, really good news so far. So let's talk about this weak domain criteria for keywords. Okay, what is actually a weak domain? Well, in my eyes, Ahrefs DR lower than yours is what you should be looking for. So for example, if you know that your own Ahrefs domain rank is under 15, then you would be looking at any results that are under 15. Okay, if your website is brand new and your current DR is perhaps 0, you can still get traffic. We all start somewhere, you can still get traffic. So then just look out for sites that are less than 10 to 15 DR, or kind of, higher than about 5 million AR rank. So that would be some of the ideal starting points. Okay, now the question is, what if you are short on budget and you don't have access to Ahrefs rank? Well, you can actually use something called Moz Domain Authority or Moz Domain Rank. It actually should be DA because it's called Domain Authority, and it needs to be less than 25 to 30. So effectively, if you don't have access to Ahrefs, which I understand, a lot of people are kind of strapped for cash, what you would do is you would take a keyword. Okay, you would need to do this one by one most likely. So you would take a keyword from Ubersuggest. So let's say you found this keyword, minimalist dining rooms, in from Ubersuggest or from Ahrefs, and you would go and you would analyze each of these websites. You would analyze their Moz domain rank. So you could use these websites, smallseotools.com, and use their domain authority checker, and you would just check the search results. So you would go one by one and start with El Decor, and then put El Decor in here, press enter. All right, boom, this gives you domain authority of 78. So that's pretty high. Like I was saying before, we want this Moz DA to be less than 25 to 30. So you would go one by one and analyze them all. And by the time you got to Salt Creek Home Furniture, when you analyze that, you will see that domain authority is 22. So bingo, we found what we're looking for. And we found at least one competitor that's got a weak domain. And we know that it's a weak domain because their Ahrefs DI is lower than yours, or it's only 11, and Moz DA is less than 25 to 30. It's actually 22. Let's talk about the last thing on here, which is 2 articles that are under 1,000 words. The reason why I like to see articles that are under 1,000 words is because I mentioned before that Google actually really likes long form content. They like text, a lot of text, because if you've published a 2,000 word piece on minimalist dining room, chances are that it's page on your website that actually covers this topic in a lot of depth. Google like topics that cover something in a lot of depth. They look at, of course, other things. If you've got an amazing long article, 5,000 words, but people who land on that page just bounce straight out into search results, then they won't rank your page. But if it is a good quality page with a lot of text, they will give it priority over other domains that are possibly more authoritative than yours, but have only published short bits of information on this. So that's why I generally look at the length of content on each of these pages. So I would open all of them up and start investigating. So let's look. El Decor, who rank as number 1, they actually have almost no text on this page, which is good news for us, okay? They've only got this one paragraph on here. Next, this home designing. Once again, as I scroll down, I can see there is a paragraph of text, maybe about 50 words, and then the rest is pictures with bits of description, but there's very, very little actual text. I go on to the next one. Again, it's a very small room. You know, they do have a slideshow in here, but there's very little text. This website also has very little text. It's just a bunch of chairs for sale. Don't know why even, I mean, it's minimalist dining rooms, but they're selling kind of like chairs here. So there's no text at all. There's that Pinterest search result. On here, once again, we only have things for sale. So this is really good news for us, guys. It means that, you know, our piece, if we make it an in-depth piece on minimalist dining rooms, then we will have a high chance of ranking. Now, let's also think about, well, what made this Salt Creek home furniture? Why did they actually rank? You know, when there are all of these other websites with high authority and they look scary, well, turns out that Salt Creek home furniture actually have written text. You know, they've written about 200 to 300 words of text, which probably is more than all of the other competitors have written. And that is why they've actually managed to rank. So this particular keyword term is most likely widely open. You know, if you write a good, high quality piece, it will very likely outrank a lot of the other websites that are on here. I mean, you can definitely knock down the Salt Creek home furniture. You know, you can knock down Pinterest result as well, because they're usually pretty weak. And it does take a little bit of effort. You know, you're not going to be able to confirm with every single keyword that it's a sure thing, but it's a matter of going through and analyzing each of these keywords. That's why keyword analysis is very important. Last thing you want to do is rush into writing content and investing, you know, half a day into writing your piece and then not get any results because the competition is so high. So that's step 1, keyword research and content planning. Let's talk about step 2, which is content creation and what you should be doing once you've created your content. Well, the good news is that the tedious hard work is all done in step 1. It's choosing the right keyword for you to go after. Once you've chosen the right keyword, the rest will flow through very naturally and very easily. Here is my criteria for content creation that generally does well with SEO, and that is 2 or more thousand words of high quality content, well formatted posts between 1 to 2 lines per paragraph, using H2 for headings, not using H1, because H1 should be reserved for your title. I'm going to show you in just a second what I'm talking about there. Insert LSI or related keywords into the text of your article as well as headings. Inserting the images, I generally recommend to go with 3 to 5 images. Put in a keyword into the title of your post, include that keyword in the first paragraph, and also write a catchy meta description. So let me show you quickly what I'm talking about with all of these points. I'm going to walk through this checklist based on the post on my website, on the Caffeinated Blogger website, about high-paying affiliate programs. First of all, we want 2,000 or more words of high-quality content. As you are editing your post within WordPress, WordPress will automatically give you the word count. So as you can see, my post here is 2,050 words, and we've already talked about the reasons why it's actually important to make your post a long form post, because Google will give you preference and you will have a high chance of actually ranking on page 1. Next item is that the post needs to be well formatted between 1 to 2 lines per paragraph. As you can see, that's exactly what I have done here with my post. I have broken it up so that it's nice and easy to read. It's not a wall of text that scares visitors. Even if they are on their mobile device, they can still read my post because it's very nice and easy to read with a lot of white space. Next item here is to use H2 for headings and using keywords in headings. It's important to use headings because headings break up your page. So you can see here, instead of just being a lot of text, there are logical sections to the post. And to create a heading when you are making a WordPress post, you will simply highlight what you want to make a heading and then choose heading 1, 2, 3, etc. You can use heading 3, you can use heading 2. There is not a lot of difference. I just generally go with heading 2. The only thing that I would warn against is using heading 1, because heading 1 is a type of formatting that in Google's eyes should refer to the title of the post. Okay, so the title will generally be H1 in HTML in the backend code of a web page. So all of your headings should ideally be H2, and they should include the keyword. So as you can see here, I'm including the keyword, my favorite highest paying affiliate programs. Okay, I'm including this keyword in the H2 heading. Then I generally also insert what's called LSI keywords into text and headings. LSI, I can't remember the exact abbreviation. It's something about semantic relevancy of the keywords, but there is a way to get them easily. All you would need to do is type in your keyword that you're targeting, the main keyword, into Google, and then scroll to the bottom, and Google will give you all of that information. These are the LSI keywords in here: highest paying affiliate programs, best affiliate programs for beginners, and so forth. So Google actually thinks that these keyword terms are related to high paying affiliate programs. So it's recommended that you take these keywords and you sprinkle as many of them as you can into the text of your post on your own website. That will just tell Google that your post is not kind of like a robotic spammy post that only just talks about one keyword and repeats it 20 times. It will tell Google that you've published information-rich piece that mentions all of these related things, and it should help your post rank better. Your post will also generally be likely to attract some keyword searches, because people might be searching for this and for this and for high ticket affiliate programs, and if you have it in the text of your article, then you will generally notice that you are starting to pick up search traffic from all of these terms as well. Next thing I recommend doing is to insert between 3 and 5 images and tag them properly with your keywords. So for example, here you've got opt-in monster. So you would just, when you're inserting the actual image that's relevant to your article, I recommend to put an alternative text. So this is also called alt tag, and give it a keyword, any keyword, or you can use those LSI keywords as well. This will make sure that the images are also tagged with either your main keyword or with related keyword terms, which should help your post rank better. Don't forget to include the main keyword in the title of your blog post as well. This goes without saying, but it should definitely be on your checklist. You should also include your main keyword in the very first paragraph of your post. As you can see here, I have included it in the very first sentence. Welcome to the ultimate list of high-paying affiliate programs. And this ensures that it's visible to Google, and Google kind of gives priority to this particular term and to ranking my post for this particular term. The last thing on this list is a catchy meta description. Meta description is this stuff that comes up in the description on Google. So you can see that some people have put in a custom meta description and some have not. For example, here these are full, it's a full term, it's not a snippet. Whereas if we look at this thing here, this looks like it's just been, a snippet has been taken from the post somewhere, just like this one as well. So if you don't insert a custom meta description, Google will take a best guess at extracting that meta description from your post, but it's always a good idea to custom write your own. As you can see, the pages that are ranking higher, they have a custom written meta description. That's just a full sentence that they've actually custom written. So to do that in WordPress, you can use a plugin such as Yoast SEO, and Yoast SEO actually helps you write a snippet. So you can click on this, and then you can write your own custom snippets. So where it says meta description, you can write your own, and you can include your own keywords instead of making Google guess. The last thing here is, if you are not using Yoast SEO yet, I actually highly recommend it. It's a free plugin. I'm going to make a separate video on it in probably later this week to explain a little bit more about it, but it's an essential tool that I use all the time. And it is kind of like a checklist of its own, except for it's built into WordPress and it can help you write better blog posts. It will give you a score, it will give you an SEO analysis, and it will tell you what's wrong or what's right with your blog post. So it will rank you based on a lot of different things. And all you kind of need to do then is just to follow what Yoast SEO tells you. It just makes your job a lot easier. So I highly recommend this plugin if you're not using it yet. And step number 3 in the SEO checklist is, of course, content promotion. It's not actually enough to just write your blog post. Sometimes it is. If you go for ultra low competition phrases, you can often just write great content and eventually start seeing traffic. But often what happens is you also need to promote your post. And you may have heard of backlinks before. They are very important. They are the backbone of all online marketing. And that's what content promotion really comes down to. So for me, I'm going to walk you through the things that I personally do. First sort of subcategory of this is internal promotion. So internal promotion is simple. You just need to link from this new post to 3 to 5 authority sources. And you also need to link to your new post from 2 or 3 other posts on your site. So let's go through the examples here. So this first item, linking from your new post to 3 to 5 authority sources. This is basically, as you are reading through the article, it means that you need to link out to several resources that are generally high quality resources and related to what you're writing about. Internet was built on the idea of people linking out to different sources, and your page, if none of the pages on your website ever link out to anything else on the internet, that just looks weird, because generally well-researched content has to link out to other sources. That's what internet was built for. That's what bloggers do. So very important that you provide 3 to 5 to 7, 10 maybe even outbound links linking to other high quality sources from your site, from your post. Next, you need to link to this post from 2 to 3 other posts on your site. You will notice, for example, that on this post, I'm linking to 2 other posts on my site: How to Make Money on Pinterest and Ultimate Guide, How to Come Up with a Blog Name. So these are other posts on my website. And when you interlink your post this way, this creates what's called an internal link, which also are important for Google to understand which pages on your site should be ranked for what terms. Because I have used this term here, how to make money on Pinterest, as the linked phrase or anchor text for this link going to another post of mine, this will make it more likely that this post, How to Make Money on Pinterest, will actually rank for that term. And likewise, on all of my other posts, I should insert links to this post high paying affiliate program. So you need to create this interweb of posts on your site linking to one another. That will actually help you overall to get better rankings in Google and for Google to understand what each of your posts is about. The second subcategory here is external promotion. So external promotion is where you do what you can within limits imposed by Google to get other websites, ideally in your niche, to link to your posts to your website. Okay, and you can use several different techniques. You can use guest posts, you can use other techniques if you know other techniques, but it's very important that you spend probably more than, I would say, about 70% of your total time should be spent on building links to your content. And only about 20 to 30% of your time should actually go on content creation. If you create a bunch of content, but you never build any backlinks, you're not going to get traction. I'm sorry to say this, but this is the truth. You're not going to get traction on your site. You need links from other websites so that your domain authority grows, so that you get more and more backlinks, and more backlinks to your site will increase the rankings for all of the articles. Okay, let's say one of your articles just gets a bunch of backlinks. It doesn't mean that only that article is going to rank in Google. The beneficial effects from all of those links to that one article will spread through to your whole site. And if you guys want to learn how to actually build backlinks to your websites, then check the links in the description below. I've left links to my other videos on my channel that talk about how to build backlinks using guest posts and using various other sources. That's the last thing that you need to actually create a successful blog, successful content, and is the last part of the successful SEO checklist. Did you enjoy this content? Awesome. Then make sure to subscribe to my Caffeinated Blogger YouTube channel just below this video. tick that bell notification icon as well, and I will keep you up to date with my videos on building profitable niche websites and making money with affiliate marketing and other methods using your niche websites. My name is Greg Kononenko. Thank you so much for watching. There are a couple of videos that I've put here for you that you can watch next, and I'll see you in the next video.